Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas.
The solid stiff arm. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, we go salute! Green Anderson! 13 there.
Smith going to look to throw right away. And incomplete to open things up.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in the zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Brings up third.
Throwing now is Geno. They'll get this out to Genty. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Raider first down.
Here's Smith. He's going to walk one deep left side here. Left sideline, a dive, and looks like he's got it. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards.
This offense is coming out stringing here from where they're going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right directions to start this game.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bowers. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
Bills nothing. Daniel Carlson taking
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen setting up the screen for Cook. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up the 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind to, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Smith now to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Tyler Lockett, 56 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Bills nothing. Daniel Carlson
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
at their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Give to Cook out of the gun. And good penetration here. They'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They had 3 yards on the first down, just 1 yard there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this throw will be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Now it's Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Complete to Brock Bowers. That's a gain.
Geno now to throw. He finds his rookie wideout from Tennessee. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 77 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21 to 10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because
and now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 69 yards. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
The defense now needs to reciprocate.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Las Vegas, first down.
Again, Smith. That's to Bowers once again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 23 more yards. That's another Raiders first.
Now Gino. This complete to Lockett. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23.
Now Smith. That's going to be caught. Touchdown Raiders. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Daniel Carlson
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Throwing now is Allen. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Buffalo.
Allen now looks to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this
this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A final shot before half for Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Well, now how about this return? And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
You know, we always talk about the chess match in a football game, but we're usually talking about offensive coordinator versus defensive coordinator. How about the special teams coaches? I think we just saw a big-time adjustment by one to help his team get a spark to start the second half.
Here's Allen to throw it. Finding Shakir across the formation. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen and second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 21, here's second down and 8. Allen. Shakir hauls it in. The Bills passing game, get them down the field. They've got another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Palmer going in motion right. First down, here's the run with Cook. Pushing his way through. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Allen. Touchdown! James Cook taking it in. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. this about set to begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To throw is Smith. And it is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard
First down, it's Genty. And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the
Back to throw, Smith. It's caught, Lockett.
Smith's pass.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up second down.
On the pickup. Second down.
Throwing now is Gino.
At 13.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but now before he's across the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They get back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
To the air, Allen has his man, it's Shakur. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
16 yards. And the Bills first down.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. He's got his man on the crossing route. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball down.
Allen hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. To throw, it's Allen. And this This is caught for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Smith going to throw it. They'll get this out to Genty. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. Touchdown Raiders! Brock Bowers, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16.
Raiders 43, Bills 27.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Allen. That is caught by Shakir. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy in the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Gets by him at the 25. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Throwing now, Smith.
That one out wide and intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing, Allen. Completes to Shakir once again.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st down. Now Allen.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Now 1st and goal. To throw is Allen.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He hits his target, Lockett. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Geno. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.
welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century. The home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from Arrowhead. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to test this secondary right away. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Second and 10.
Yellow, yellow. All right, go, little lady.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake. Mahomes. He'll find his tight end, Gray, open downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 21. And the Chiefs have a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. As the Eagles 30.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Brings up second and 18. At the Eagles.
Now, Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now he'll run it. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
16 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Yellow, yellow.
Mahomes to throw it on 4th down. Taken in, and he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
First down.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up second down.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Forced to his right. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown. That is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
That's Goddard in motion. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Open man downfield is Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of
A gain there of 27 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So one quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 57. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 4. Play action. Here's Hurts. Moving outside the pocket. Now he'll run. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards. And most importantly, a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. He'll run again.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
From the 25, here's second down and 7. Off the play fake. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Mike Dana gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. from the gun. Here's Hurts. Headed left, buying time. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
That's Goddard in motion. On third down, it's Hurts. On the run to the right. We'll try to run for it.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of first.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That ball lost. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Nico Remigio to bring it back. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They go play action with Mahomes. A throw on the move is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
15.
On play action, it's Mahomes. A huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. But will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and 8. Back up to his own goal line. Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down at the 17-yard line. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. As that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A first down throw for Hurts. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter.
63.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Got a man. It's A.J. Brown brings it in. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Great, set.
Now, Hurts. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
On the ground is Barkley to start the drive. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Hurts to throw. He'll get that out to Barkley. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It's 3rd and 4. To throw is Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
1st down, Philadelphia.
To throw is Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head. The ability to sustain possession and continue to get new sets of down just allows more and more opportunities for those eventual chunk plays, and that's what every offense in the league is looking for. But the more 1st downs, the more snaps, the more opportunities.
Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And he's into the end zone. Dallas Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Remigio now on the return. Crazy. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go on, Eddie!
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Still a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Fight on these two. Go on, Eddie. Right side.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Throw on the run is complete. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. First down, Philadelphia.
Gain of 18 on the play. And an Eagle first down.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Hey, 73. Great.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 29, here's second and 8.
Great. Set.
To throw, Hurts. The open man is the tight end, Branson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He'll try to run here with Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 on 3rd and 2.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That is caught by the tight end, Kylen Branson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take a 21-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Hey, Ripley. Yellow.
First down throw, Mahomes. He's going to try it here again. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Well, they pretty much need a touchdown on this possession. And I think if I'm the defensive coordinator, the fine line you have to find, Mike, is I know I don't want to give up a deep shot, but I also don't want to just play prevent defense and give up too much underneath. So Just continue to find that balance, make them go the long way, and just bleed this clock.
That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's a gain of 20. And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
On first down, it's Mahomes. And caught down the field, it's Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll be second down.
Yellow! My time!
Off the play fake. Mahomes. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now, first and goal.
Yellow! My time!
They'll drop to throw. And he'll take it on in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy. So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Great, set! On anyone!
They'll run the counter with Barkley. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
They'll come up on a second down and 8.
Great, set!
A pistol snap back to Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation. We're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
On anyone!
Hurts will work here from the pistol. Short pass, he's got Dr. Carroll. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal. Tackle made at about the 5-yard line. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Hurts working in the pistol. That is caught, and this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Attack, attack!
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's caught. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still one timeout left. Final minute, 1st and 10. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. On 2nd down, Mahomes. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more. Going to need a big play now. 3rd down and long. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Brown.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Here we go. One final play. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is George Karlaftis. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Detroit Lions. One started, and we are underway from Ford Field. And he will make it to the 20-yard line. further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Well, they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Tonight. 180. Turbos up.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he'll be tackled right on the chart to the 45. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? The same guy carrying the ball both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And a little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here now, second and 9 from the 39-yard line. To throw is gone. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free, and it's third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 36 yards. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 31-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
It's second down.
Now here's Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Here's third and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
19 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Yellow, yellow.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Tyreek Williams on the stop.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
38-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game. That's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Mahomes sack. A loss of 9 yards. It's second down.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Jack Campbell with a pick.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
From the 24 now, here's second and 3.
24-yard line.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
48 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Part of their scoring running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Black 20.
A shotgun snap for Goff. This will be caught at about the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Pacheco, 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
now Mahomes, maybe a free play.
The 43-yard.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Tucker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, trying to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity to push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Goff. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw, Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments in the second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2nd and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach and said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Isaiah Pacheco. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Now it's Mahomes again. It is intercepted at the goal line.
And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 180. Hey, let's go. Go, ground. Ground. What's that?
Here's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, here's Goff. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Total.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll empty out the backfield here now on 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. They'll try and do this himself. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know.
Rashee Rice from 21 yards away. And the Chiefs have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 67 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's gone.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Well, an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Go, ground. Ground. Ground.
Here's Goff. Pass complete. That's Love.
When you play a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Go, 12, go.
To throw is Goff. That is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaac to Slaw. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feeling they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Mahomes.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
But it's 3rd down.
Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A Big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Mahomes will throw. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's another Kansas City
Mahomes
Chiefs.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Mahomes to throw it. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Whoa, by 20.
Now it's gone. Now a run here off the RPO. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that,
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go from South Philly. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. It's been the home of the Chiefs since 1972. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go from Kansas City. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy. Of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain of 17 yards. First down, KC.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Rice. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Mahomes finding Rice for the Kansas City first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's
the pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 18.
Mahomes back. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Big play for KC. 38 yards.
both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
A short kick down to the 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. In trouble, and down he goes.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Mahomes trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco, and he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it's 4th and goal. Butker's kick is good, and the Chiefs will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ready. Set, hut. Yellow, set.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Packers
Shot, 17. Set, hut.
On first down, it's Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score.
First down.
We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Red, 38. Ready?
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Ready?
On play action, Love. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. And he's in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay. Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
At their own 41-yard line.
On first down, it's Mahomes. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
A second down throw for Love. Pushed out to his left. He runs with it.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds. Down at the 20.
16 yards.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Ariza in punt formation for the Chiefs.
This will be returnable from his own 15. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
Striker, 3-3. Ready.
Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. Second and a yard. From the gun, it's Love. That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs will take over possession here at the 44.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
First down throw, Mahomes moving to his right. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Quay Walker. And the Packers will have great field position right around midfield.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. This one is caught by Luke Musgrave. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Ready.
To throw is Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. The ball deflected at least a couple of times. It'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Yeah, a little predictable there. You feel like you just gave up points, and the first thing you want to do is you just want to answer back, and you try to get it all in one play. Nice job by the defensive coordinator understanding the deep shot was coming, having the right call there. So offensively, just take what's there. You're not going to get all those points back in one play. Take your time, take what's there, sustain the drive.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. Again, working deep downfield. That's caught. And he will go all the way. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
And after that last score, they want it back right away. A rare first half onside kick. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one in for the score. The onside kick backfires spectacularly as it's returned for a touchdown. Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes Worthy to return. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Yellow!
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack. But then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there, probably the best possible outcome.
That is hot, and he will score. Xavier Worthy, touchdown Chiefs. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have it for this guy.
Chiefs 17.
Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch him by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
On the double.
Love to throw it on first down. He's going to uncork one. Looking for Wicks. And he tacks on a nice return to boot. He'll get this all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Yellow.
On first and 10, it's Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. A good play action with Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
31-yard line.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
4 yards. That's good for the Packers. First down.
Now Love. Look in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. It's second down.
And really, it's the interceptions that continue to be a problem, and he's lucky he didn't add to that total. I mean, defender had an opportunity to add another one to the mix, and he just has to do a better job making decisions, finding the open target, and stop forcing bad throws.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Here's Love. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. They're going to have it at their own 20-yard line.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Mahomes on first down. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A first down throw for Mahomes. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Mahomes now on second down. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelce. They're going to work this down inside the 45. They hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Second and 10.
Gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 41-yard line.
They go play action with Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he's into the end zone yet again. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs have taken a 4-point advantage.
The score, Chiefs 24, Packers 20. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Now Love. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. On first and 10, here's Love. Moving left. He keeps it himself. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Ready?
Back to throw is Love. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
Ram, cycle.
They'll go for it. Love. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. It was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, this is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's fourth down, money moment. You've got to be good in these critical situations, and when there's opportunities for plays to be made, you got to make them.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 46, here's second and 2. Here's Pacheco. He gets the fourth quarter going. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. They'll come up to third and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Yellow.
Mahomes back. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up second and 9.
Second down throw for Love. That one to the sideline and incomplete. And a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. Love to throw. This one on target, it's Dobbs. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Black two. Black ultra. Ready?
Throwing is Love. That's taken in. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue, 32.
Here's Jacobs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Here comes second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They'll drop to throw. Exiting the pocket right. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes Worthy to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Flush to his left. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Here's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
A pickup of 12 yards. And the Chiefs have a first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. On second down, Mahomes. A ball deep for the end zone. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is one behind the single-game NFL record. Butker now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Chiefs have taken a 4-point advantage.
Packers 27. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's first down.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moments.
He's got a man. It's Dobbs. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Love to throw it on first down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Jayden Reed was the intended target, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
This is 1st and 10.
Set, cut. 10 black, black ultra. Set.
To throw is Love. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal the game. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play. And the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Stadium. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Running money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich, here we go.
Here's a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it on play action. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, flips the ball free, and it's second down. Play action. It's Smith. And he will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe they'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now here's Mahomes. Now he's going to... And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
14 yards. And a Raider first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8.
Now Smith.
Up 3rd and 2.
With Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jack Bech, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. Because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Matt Araiza now ought to punt this one away. Back deep for the Raiders is Trey Tucker. This will be fielded at the 17. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, first and 10.
36-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. Geno now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
It's a gain of 8.
To throw is Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it second down.
Number 89, Brock Bowers.
Smith now to throw. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Las Vegas, first down. First and goal at the
Now Geno. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, Ray seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes going to throw. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From his goal line here, Smith. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
touchdown, Chiefs.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
Here's Smith. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. I'm not not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. But he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Chiefs.
Mahomes to throw once more. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
At the 27-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
It's not enough. You solid club, but it's not enough. You better really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I'm in. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take a G.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
At the 33-yard line.
Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 on the Kansas City first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
43! 43!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. Yeah, good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Again, it's Pacheco. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man right side of Smith-Schuster complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Smith. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And a Raider first down.
Back to throw, Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Smith. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard
line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was some...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. Here's 1st and 10. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Now they go screen, it's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yards
sky and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Open man downfield, that's Smith-Schuster. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
15. Hey, 43.
Mahomes to throw. That's caught right side by Worthy. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Yeah, they go empty there, and the idea is to just try and hit something quickly, but nothing really materialized, so he changes progression to his receiver on the drag route, but there wasn't much room to be had after the catch.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Try to take this home, no run. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Calling 4th and inches. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Smith's going to throw it. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here as they got it at their own 4-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Mahomes going to throw it here. He's got a man complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Able to spin free. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Mahomes now to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover.